Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome in if you're new to the channel. This is a weekly reading for August 2nd through the 8th. We are going to talk about this new moon that we're having in Leo, right here in Leo season. It is on the 8th of August, 8/8, which happens to also be the Lion's Gate. It is a configuration in space that is an alignment between the Earth, the Sun, and the star Sirius, one of the brightest stars in the sky. And you can always find it. It's called the dog star. You can always find it by finding Orion's belt and then going down a bit. But it's also when the pyramids of Giza are in alignment with Orion's belt, which is very cool. So for thousands and thousands of years, it has been in the lore of history from, the Egyptians, very much so, but also the transfiguration of Christ. It was a big time then. So honestly, it's just one of those times where we get light codes, energy codes from the sun, and they're cellular, right? They're ionic. They change the cellular DNA activation. Very cool. So it's good for healing. It's good for opening the third eye chakra, for getting downloads, and honestly, for enlightenment in every possible way. In the season of Leo, the season of sun and light. All right, awesome. So let's talk Sagittarius. I'm pulling for you right now one of the Sacred Rebels Oracle cards from Alana Fairchild. And I pulled this deck out because I thought Sacred Rebels is a good deck during sandwiched between two full moons in Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about that, being a sacred rebel, aren't they? Right? The individual in the collective. Very cool. And then I'm also using, today I'm going to pull 9 cards from the Fenestra Tarot by Kshatriya. A beautiful deck. All right? So, why don't you settle in with me, Sagittarius, while I pull a card for you, and I'm going to read a little bit from the book, and then we're going to do the 9. I go horizontally, I go vertically down the lines, and then I do the big picture. All right, hang in with me. If you would, please do subscribe and smash that bell so that you get notified every time I do your readings every week. I put up all 12 of the zodiac signs every week, and you can find your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, whatever you want to watch, in my weekly readings playlist. Okay? I also have a playlist for each sign if you want to kind of go back and check out, in hindsight, some of the readings from the last few weeks. Well, a bunch keep wanting to fall out, but I just need one. One card for Sag, please. One card for Sagittarius. And, yep. All right, we got your card. It is Seeing the True You. Seeing the True You, Sagittarius. Love that. All right, I'll read that in just a moment. So why don't you settle in with me? Let's take some deep cleansing breaths, if you would. Let's oxygenate the brain, right? Bring down the cortisol, that stress. Lift up the serotonin and dopamine. Relax your shoulders. Try to put your feet flat on the floor or on the ground, wherever you are if you can. Unless you got your feet up and you're super comfortable, and that's cool too. All right, one flipped. There we go. I've shuffled these plenty before turning on the camera, so let's just go ahead and do a quickie shuffle and cut the deck. Okay. There we go. Sagittarius. All right. Oh, by the way, last week your title was Getting Your Zhuzh Back. Did you get your zhuzh back? Maybe your zhuzh is coming in with this new moon. I think you're really thinking about a major change here. Wow, are you? And who do you want to share your life with? Who do you want to spend your time with? That's what I'm seeing here. Wow. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah. I think that your relationships matter very much right now. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana out of 10. 9 cards on the table on the bottom of the deck. That's big. That's auspicious. That means the universe is doing stuff in your life, Sagittarius. Okay, let's read from the book. Seeing the True You, number 29. If you have this book, you can look And read along. Number 29, seeing the true you. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are, as though the self we see reflected back to us through their eyes is the truth. Yet the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. If the receiver forms any opinion about what's perceived, then what is reflected back to us will at best be distorted. It's not necessarily through ill will, it's just the mechanics of the situation. Even the moon reflects the sun in varying degrees of fullness and clarity. We can learn something of the nature of the sun from the moon, but not as much as through direct perception, right? This oracle's come to you because you've been putting rather too much faith in the reflections that others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you're becoming, because maybe you've been believing too little of yourself. There may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully and even help you see more of your own greatness and beauty. These are the souls blessed with inner stillness. In the clear waters of their ocean of consciousness, you can come to recognize yourself with clearer perception. However, there are those who have not tended to their own inner ocean, and they are unable to be still enough to genuinely receive and reflect your light back to you. There is no judgment here. Each takes the path of self-healing that is available and appropriate at any given time. So I think I said earlier in the beginning that you're assessing your relationships and who you want to live life with, spend time in the company of, right? Who are those people? And I think this is the reason why. Because, when we look into someone else's eyes, we actually see our own reflection, right? In the iris of their eyes. So it's one of those kinds of concepts that other people in our lives can very often act as a mirror. But sometimes if we're with people that we're not really in alignment with, not only are they not perceiving us truthfully, but we can't really perceive ourselves truthfully if we're taking on their perception of us, right? So it's becomes a habit, if you will, of self-limiting beliefs and self-limiting identity. So I think, Sagittarius, you were saying, well, I need to be with people and in a place where I can grow. Underneath the Empress, which is all about the growth within, right, is you, King of Wands, okay? In your Yang, it's what you do with your fire energy, your skills, your drive, your ambitions, your desires, your chi energy, your enthusiasm, and your confidence. Everything that you were born with and gifted with your birthright of being Sagittarian. You were given these gifts, and a true spiritual gift, actually, of seeking knowledge and growth. It's part of who you are. Growth is very important to you, right? And your axis is Gemini. Gemini is similar. One must grow, learn and grow, right? That's the thing. Behind that, I'm seeing the Knight of Cups, but you don't want to go through life growing and learning alone. With the Knight of Cups, you want love coming to you, and you want to bring your love to someone else, and you want that to be a passionate part of the relationship. Growth, right? You want a relationship you can grow in. And you want to be with someone who allows you to grow, who can see that you're growing and not say, wow, you've changed, right? Like judgmentally. Instead, you want someone that goes, wow, I can see you are growing so much and learning and changing, and it's just gorgeous. It's fascinating. It's intriguing. It's beautiful. You're so mysterious and intriguing, or whatever, right, Sagittarius? I think that that's what you've been looking for. And you are going through a transition right now between these two Aquarian full moons. And at the Leo new moon in Sister Fire, because Leo is a fire sign, I think that you are truly looking at either moving forward with the people in your life or moving on. And I'm saying that because of the cards I'm seeing on the table that are interspersed between all of the major arcana on the table. What I'm going to do first is show you 5 out of 10, all the major arcana. Here's the Empress wanting to grow. It's inside of you. It's got to be born, right? The baby is eventually born. It's got to be born from you. It's something that is part of your DNA. It's part of who you are. So there's that. You're growing. The Hanged Man. You've looked at life deeply through different perspectives. You've seen life in a new way, a different way. You've expanded your horizons. The Death card in the center of your reading today. And that has put you in a transformation. Okay? A true phoenix moment. That life the way that it has been for you has come and it is gone. Unto everything there is a season, right? That's what this card really means. When the season is complete, the new season, when the winter ends, the spring comes. It's natural. It's the most natural thing in the world. It's a natural part of life. It is the life, death, rebirth process. Then the Lover's card. Who do I love? How do I love? Right? And then the Star. And what do I believe in? What do I have faith in? What do I trust? So, those are the major aspects of your reading. Now I know I'm doing this in an inordinate way, but it's for a reason. Now let's look at the minor arcana that's in your reading. The Seven of Cups. You've looked at a lot of different things. Your feelings, your options, your opportunities. And ask yourself, what do I really want out of life? You're dreaming. You're daydreaming. And maybe it hasn't been very fulfilling for you because perhaps some of those dreams, in the eyes of another, may sound too outlandish or too adventurous. You know, maybe they're not a Sagittarian. Maybe they're a sign that's just much more buttoned up and traditional and they don't really like to change. And you're a Sagittarian that needs to change and grow. So when you've looked at your dreams, how often have you shot, if your dreams were balloons, how often have you taken a dart and just shot one of the balloons down? How many balloons have you shot down? How many balloons have you let other people in your life shoot down? Because I think it's hurt. 10 of Swords. This is when we are confused because we do not understand why the communication that we're having in our lives is not going well. It's been painful. And it's come to the point with the 10, when you get to the 10 of Swords, you've made a decision about it. There's no way that you can think about this in the same way anymore. You've got to change your mind. Something has to change about this, about your choices, about what you're dreaming about what you see as far as the possibilities in your life, right? Then we've got the Six of Pentacles, because you want to share and care, help others and be helped. You want equality. You want your life to be equitable. You want requited love, not unrequited love, and you want it to be fair. That makes sense. The Three of Wands. So what do you expect? What is it that you can count on is going to come in for you because you put the work in? And you deserve it. You deserve to get it back. And finally, the Six of Swords. Because at this point, you have to move on. It's felt too negative. This environment, for whatever reason, there is something about it, or some people in your environment that are too negative, and they're stealing dreams. They're joy stealers, right? Sagittarius, I'm looking at the reading of someone who's dealing with someone in their life who's a joy stealer, a dream thief. And you're a dream weaver, Sagittarius. So I guess the painful truth is looking into that lake or that mirror and asking yourself to really look and see the true you. It's time to ask yourself, do you see yourself with the people that you are living your life with in the future? Do you see them with you? Are they with you? Are they on Team Sagittarius? Because if not, I think you're going to have to make a difficult decision with the Death and the Ten of Swords here. Because you're not going to let anybody steal your joy anymore. I don't think you're going to let anybody steal your dreams anymore. Okay, let's go horizontal, because you've looked at it. You've looked through their perspective. You've been trying to empathize with them and see it through their eyes. But you're still trying to dream, and yet they keep shooting you down. I feel like they're shooting you down, okay? That's what I'm seeing there. Six of Pentacles, you're very generous with this person or these people. You've given them time to get on board, to understand you. It's like, if you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me, right? Sorry for the bad singing, but I did it on purpose. It's like your life is discordant, right? The notes in your song, they're twanging in your ear. It's discordant. You're not, there's something out of harmony here is my point. There's something out of harmony here. And so Six of Pentacles is when it's in harmony, and then there's the Death card. So this is telling me if it's not in harmony, I think you're having to make a choice, because next to that is the Lovers. If this is a romantic relationship, you're asking yourself whether or not this person keeps raining on your parade, and whether or not you can still be you with this person. Because under the deck, I mean, look at this, Empress, King of Wands. You know who you are. You know what's inside of you. You know you have so much love to give. There is nothing but pure intention here for you to love and be loved, to be the best of yourself and to accept the best of others. That's what I'm seeing under the deck. So subconsciously, you know who you are. But when you see yourself through their eyes, it's like they just don't get you, or you just don't get each other. Something like that is happening. And I'm not saying it's everyone. I'm just saying there may be one person. It may not be your person, you know, that you're married to or that you're in love with. It may be a family member or a friend or anyone in your life that just has a habit of taking a dart and throwing it right at the balloon of your dreams. You know what I mean? Like they just have a way of saying something with their sharp tongue, or they tisk, right? You're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a trip to Africa. And they go, oh God, it's so hot there. Do you know what I mean? It's just like slights and discouragements and things like that. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Okay. So what can you expect at this point? You're like, I feel like I really want to move forward now or move on. The Six of Swords is when we leave what's negative to go towards smoother waters. And you're looking for that. You're waiting. You're waiting to move on or move forward. And, you know, it is something I think you're going to discuss. The Swords suit is about how we're thinking, but also what we're saying. So I think you're going to be honest. Everything I see about you here is honest. And I think you're going to make it pretty clear to them that it's, you know, it's about what you believe and how you feel inside in your spirit. Right, Sagittarius? You're like, look, I'm spirited and adventurous. I'm a Sagittarian. I have to continue to learn and grow and see new vistas and move forward and go places and, you know, pull out my telescope and look at the stars, study new languages, meet new people and new cultures. And I need to grow. I need to be this courageous, fierce, enthusiastic go-getter. That's who I am. That's how I want to love. And that's how I want to be loved. And that's kind of what I'm seeing that you're saying to someone, or, you know, that you need to. Because in the center of your reading is that Death card. This is a time of radical change. It's next to the Lovers card. It's someone that you do truly love. You've tried to be generous. You've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. You've hung upside down and sacrificed so many times trying to keep your dreams alive, and they just keep shooting them down. Sagittarius, I wish you the best. Just don't forget. See the true you. Because their perception of you is a misperception. They don't get you. And that's no fault of theirs necessarily. There's no shade here, no judgment. You know what I'm saying? You're a Sagittarian. You need adventure. You need to learn. You need to grow. If you're dealing with somebody who's just very much of a homebody, who doesn't get out a lot or doesn't like to change, or, you know, then maybe you're just not well suited. There's nothing wrong with that. There's 100% nothing wrong with that. No judgment whatsoever. It's a matter of meshing well, synergy, right? So don't worry. I think the only thing required of you right now is not only to see yourself for who you are, but just to be honest about it. Tell this person who you are. Speak it out loud in Leo season with courage, and I think you'll do just fine. All right, that's what I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I'll be right here for you next week with 12 videos for each zodiac sign. If you want to look at your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever, you can go to my weekly readings playlist. All right, thanks so much. I'll see you next week.